Olympic lifts are either the best athletic exercise or a waste of time, depending on who you ask. The truth is, they are great for some and not so much for others. Let's go through the pros and cons and determine if they're right for you. The Olympic lifts are great for developing power, rhythm, and coordination. You must rapidly coordinate a ton of muscle mass at one time, quickly reverse directions, and absorb that force while staying rigid. These are all incredibly beneficial attributes for many athletes. I would even argue these lifts do a better job compared to any other single lift with such qualities. Yet, there are cons. Training is often about trade-offs, not that there is a magical exercise that does everything well. Olympic lifts are mediocre at building muscle mass. They aren't great for increasing absolute strength, and they are highly technical, taking a long time to learn. If your goal is looking better, getting stronger, or simply staying healthy, I wouldn't bother. Treat them as a specialized tool. Great for some athletes, while not the best tool in many other cases. So when is learning them justified? 1. You've mastered the basics and have developed a decent level of strength and movement proficiency. If you haven't mastered core foundational movements like back squats, deadlifts, bench pressing, pull-ups, and sprints, start there. 2. You need to have time to develop. Since it takes a few months of solid practice to get good at them, you're not going to see immediate results. However, if you have multiple years to dedicate to improving, the initial time investment will likely pay off. And off this, if you play sports all year long and you get no real length of time to focus on lifting, like a dedicated off-season of strength training 3 to 4 times a week, I would stick to simpler alternatives that have a more direct impact. You should have a coach to learn these lifts. They are difficult technically to learn on your own compared to something like a squat or a pull-up. A coach drastically increases your return on investment. If you can't hire a qualified coach, no worries. Get strong squatting, deadlift, and speed train 1 to 2 times a week. Lastly, you play a power-driven, ground-based sport. Things like football, rugby, basketball, and track are great options. Something like swimming or long-distance running won't see much of a return for the time commitment. If you meet these requirements, learning an Olympic lift can be a great return on investment. And I'll add one more practical bonus tip from my years as a coach. I only have athletes do one lift, the clean or the snatch. Athletes aren't weightlifters. One lift will give you the benefit while decreasing learning time. You can spend more energy on one movement. I typically teach the clean just because more coaches use this. It's more likely an athlete I work with will do cleans with their high school or college team. And if you would be interested, I can do a full video comparing clean versus snatch variations, so you can decide for yourself which one would work better for you. The whole do the Olympic lifts or not is mostly about clicks on social media. Social media loves absolute. One coach says they are mandatory, one coach says they are useless. Both get clicks. In reality, all of training is about examining your goal, what tools are best suited for your goal, and what trade-offs you're willing to make to accomplish that goal. There's nothing magical about the Olympic lifts. Many elite athletes have used them, and many others have not. They are helpful in the right situation and less effective in others. Use these checkpoints to determine if they're right for you. And leave me a comment if you have any questions or future video topics.